The panties are almost abuela, grandma panties.
Welcome to MsMojo Glow, and today we're counting down our picks for the biggest fashion crimes ever committed on the RuPaul's Drag Race and All-Stars main stage. Number 10, Cynthia Lee Fontaine's Roller Girl.
Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
She's a little bit country.
A confusing mashup of an elegant top with a country-inspired bottom half and hat resulted in an ill-fitting mess. An admirable but ultimately unsuccessful attempt to try something new by the Queen of Cuckoo. In the end, it was a bit of an assault on the eyes. Though Cynthia lip-synced for her life, she was no match for Robbie Turner's rollerblading skills, which ultimately sent her packing. Hopefully, she was able to take solace in the golden trophy the fans later awarded her. Number 9. Honey Mahogany's Bedsheet Caftan. Only 2 times in the history of the series has a lip sync resulted in a double elimination, and one half of the very first can be attributed to Honey Mahogany's third and final loose-fitting caftan to be torn apart by the judges. Though the previous attempts were elegant enough to keep her out of the bottom, the third strike more resembled a sparkly bedsheet tied together with a belt than an actual outfit.
I'm sending you both home.
Coupled with an equally gaudy wig, there's no one point of focus, so the only option is to take the entire jumble in one unsavory gulp. Number 8. Shangela's Gone with the Window. Tasked with creating a runway look out of window curtains, the admittedly burgeoning queen made a dress more reminiscent of corn stalks than couture, and was criticized for the judges for its overabundance of accessories, design, and failure to be form-fitting.
Your bust line is non-existent. There's no waist definition there.
Luckily for all of us, she was given the chance to showcase her talents in the next season as well as All-Stars. Number 7. Nisha Lopez's Drag on a Dime. To be fair, Nisha was the first to admit that she was an amateur designer, a skill level which wasn't helped by the fact that her task involved making her dress out of pieces of garbage.
This is actually the first garment I've ever made. I don't really sew.
With an unflattering shape and a baffling color combination of green and gold, the finished look was less garbage-inspired glamour and more nauseating. The garbage theme was apparent from the end result, as was the lack of design experience. Unsurprisingly, RuPaul decided to give her the boot. Number 6. Serena ChaCha's Garbage Couture.
Oh, does that mean you guys were rooting for me?
The challenge was to turn garbage into couture, but Serena didn't entirely finish the transformation. We're honestly not entirely sure how she was able to escape elimination with this abysmal outfit. From the lack of creativity to the shoddy execution, there's little room to defend this offering. However, she clearly learned from her time on the show and has since developed her aesthetic. Number 5. Derek Barry's Tin Man.
This Wizard of Oz-inspired challenge saw each queen creating a look based on a character from the movie.
While Robbie Turner's look also landed her in the bottom, Derek's look has become a timeless invocation of the dreaded corset wrapped in fabric.
It just looks so homemade in the worst way.
I'm not a seamstress, but I did sew everything on here.
Whatever vision existed was marred by shoddy construction, which Barry infamously defended in Untucked, much to the frustration of everyone else. Number 4. Jiggly Caliente's Apocalypse Couture. The first challenge was to create an apocalyptic look based on materials gathered from garbage, and for Jiggly, it unfortunately shows.
And I'm finishing that up with some more garbage.
Appearing as though she threw everything she could get her hands on into an outfit, the final product was an amalgamation of mismatched colors and material. It seemed she was destined to be the first elimination. However, Jiggly's bubbly personality allowed for her to overcome her initial misstep and find a decent ranking among the queens of Season 4. Number 3. Kelly Mantel's Downton Abbey, also known as the Baconator. In an attempt to make a look inspired by Downton Abbey, she presented an outfit that, while unremarkable at first glance, was critiqued for having a top piece looking more like bacon than flower petals.
Is that bacon on your chest? What is it?
They're flower petals.
I'm still getting bacon.
Once that was pointed out, there was no way not to see uncooked breakfast meat across her chest. And despite being remembered mostly for the unfortunate-looking outfit, Kelly has shown she's able to laugh at her mistakes in hindsight. Number 2. Kennedy Davenport's Death Becomes Her. Kennedy Davenport was very lucky that her team managed to not be on the bottom the week she chose to wear this number. She took to the runway, the theme of which was Death Becomes Her, in a bizarre orange jumpsuit adorned with feathers and what looks like coagulated blood.
After a night of hooking, I got attacked and thrown in the fire and crystallized.
In Untucked, she explained that the story behind it is that a pimp gutted a hooker and burned her alive, but instead of dying, she crystallized.
And now I'm a glamazon bitch ready for the runway.
Number 1. LaRae's Bag Ball.
LaRae.
She got this at Saks.
By the time season 13 rolled around, the queens had no excuse for not knowing how to sew. That didn't stop the charismatic LaRae from enlisting the help of hot glue and Jesus for this challenge though, as her lack of familiarity with sewing machines resulted in an instantly iconic look for all the wrong reasons. The idea was to attach brightly colored bags onto a corset to create a dress. However, as time ran down and the bags ran out, Lala was forced to walk the runway in this, outfit, I guess you could call it.
It's what they call a bag lady.